With us on this special interactive session with Edo State Governor from wherever you're watching us, many thanks again for staying with us. Your Excellency, thank you so much for this opportunity to have this interface with you. I'd like to get started by asking you to respond to the key impact that has been made in the health sector, which is very, very key. Health is very synonymous with the quality of life and all of that. In terms of the numbers, in terms of primary healthcare center, in terms of life expectancy and all of that, like a wrap.
Thank you. I think for us, healthcare is an indicator of the level of development of any society or community. And so we take it very, very seriously. And what we have done is to look at healthcare from 4 aspects. First, healthcare is not the physical infrastructure. Healthcare is the quality of service you give to people. And so you have to focus on the people who provide the care and ensure that they provide quality care. So manpower training is very, very important. That's why we rebuilt the nursing school. That's why we are rebuilding the School of Medical Health Technology, because these are the people that will provide support, that will provide the services in these facilities. The second thing we have done is to focus on financing, because people have, healthcare is expensive. The reason why, the healthcare system broke down was because we left the whole burden of financing healthcare to government alone. So healthcare financing is important. Now that we have a health insurance where you can just put something aside, even if it's 50 naira a day, 100 naira a day, the day you are unfortunate to fall ill, you can walk into any center and get care. And now we're ensuring that those centers provide you quality care. It's not like you go in there or you have an ailment, you can't pay for the surgery, or even if it's just medications, medicines, you go, they say it's out of stock. No, that's history. Right? Okay. And then, then lastly, the physical infrastructure to make sure, it's one place you want to go to. Not like what I saw in the facility, the Central Hospital, where I went there, they say it's a wellness center. And looking at that center, you know that you will fall ill if you just go in there.
But you've taken...
Yes, I'd like to do a follow-up to this health issue. For me, Edo Health Insurance is amazingly one of the best things that your administration has done, especially looking at the fact that it has attended to health issues that Edolites would not have ordinarily gone to the hospital for, but Edo Health Insurance has made all that easy. But I'm particularly worried about the Stella Obasanjo Hospital. 4 years ago, I gave birth to my baby there. But tell us exactly, what is the state of Stella Obasanjo Hospital? Is it just going to be known as a COVID center, or you have a better plan for it?
Just wait and see in May.
Oh, I see that. Interesting. Okay, we'll find out in the coming days.
Thank you very much. Of course, our viewers would have noticed that there's a new entrant into the panelist. Nosa Idilo Ubedi is the head of station TMCTV radio broadcast. Many thanks for joining us, and he will be leveraging on this conversation with the pidgin language. Nosa, take it away with your first show.
Well, Sonny Duke, thank you very much for you carry me on this place. Make I turn out with Mr. Governor to give us some questions we'll be saying he will respond to. A friendly governor. Okay. We will begin there. And before we begin the carry waka, the chukai for those questions, I said we can ask Mr. Governor, for the past 7 years, some of your policy or programs where you put for granted, you don't get any regret?
For the one when I do myself, I don't get regret, because there's nothing when I do when I not think about it. Anything when we do for our government, so we know they talk plenty, we they think more than we they talk. So now education, we think well before we do all the thing when we do for Edo Best. We think about the Peking when they go school. Not be people when get money now we are concerned to us, because they feel pay for private school. Now people when not get money, mama when they sell for markets, they for canaiza. It means because get that kind of money in Peking or get good education. We think about the roads. People they complain road. Now more politics. So when they beat person for offense where they not commit. The one when I do, when they give me vacancy, I still, you know, we still do them. The thing is, say one government alone no fit do everything, right? So for the one when we say we go do, we don't do and reach our power. Now, like say, make we put everything when we don't do together for ground. So the person when will come after me will say, okay, this now where it stop. He do this road for this area, I never do this one. So make it, maybe it go now focus, go say, okay, this time make him do the one when they never do. He starts this healthcare. Okay, maybe now only 250,000 people now don't register. Maybe we will take her to 1 million, 2 million. You know, but at least not to say, oh, we're not going to do this one again. So you don't get anything when I start. When bad like that, say, oh, it cause pain. After I leave, I regret. And say, okay, no, maybe we're not supposed to do what we do. I don't think, say, when I think, I don't see anyone when I
no regret at all.
No regret.
Okay, make we chook out for one direction. We be say the ogbonge get is what you don't put for ground. We don't see different infrastructures where you don't put for ground for the past 7 years. Health matter, education matter, all jabrata for everywhere. So make I ask you this question. People when they are care for Isi, people when they Eho, Obadan, Idibo, Udeni, Ebui, all these people when they farm, when they two city, how they fit take no say or or they benefit from these ogbonge we don't put for ground. How you feel say they don't?
Okay, two things. One, they say, you know, one thing when the most important for this world today, now, internet and connectivity. Because as a day now, person will not get phone, at least in our day. We can't people will not get phone. We don't make sure, say, one infrastructure, when Edo with a bill for the when many states never even start, now this fiber. So that every village, every local government we get fiber when go. When we say you fit take your phone, you don't need to buy data. You get Wi-Fi, you go, they see what they do and what they happen. So you be farmer now. You did farm cassava. You don't reach harvest time. You want to say, okay, how much I fit sell this my cassava at the return? You just go, say, okay, who they buy cassava for Edo today? Oh, you get one ethanol plant for Lobo. How much be transport? You go check. Okay, make a book. So maybe I fit sell my food stuff from my house. I don't need to work out, carry them, come market. You know, you get some people safe. I think my wife that you get customer. One woman when they sell dry fish for them. When he gets good fine stock and Otien, this cherry, go call. Mama, I get fine cherry. You know to cost. This one nice. You go say, okay, show him from send me the picture, make I see. You go show him, send the picture. You go say, okay, how much? We tell him, I order. So with technology, when we put in place, we go now make we just do penetration, make it enter the villages, they enter every part of Edo, so that we can connect people, connect them to market, connect them to their people abroad. That's now how our economy will grow.
Make an another question again. They could put like for Gele side and Gele Olugbo. Because I hear today say you want to visit that area, and I believe say you not go play for there, you go see something, and you will tell us what you see for there.
Three things. One, about a month and a half ago, they can't tell me, very sad. Say some people they be go markets or something. As in they go, then boats when they come capsize. Some children can't die inside because they don't feel swim to shore. So now they make me think, say, these people, they be citizens, no. Okay, then they put buses. Bus day, took day, with the Central Park, with the do. But these people when now water they take move. How will they cater for them? So I don't think. I don't order some. They talk to some people when they make big boats to see how if we do passenger boats for them. So at least Not go come out for Olugbo. Stop for Ajoki. From Ajoki, go to Abiama. Go from, Waka, that's, So at least they feeds the Waka and in a safe way. Today now when I go, like Kanwa Market, come see us, the plenty for if they look. If one big boat come now, all those small cannot be just outside. So that's not the first reason why I go to say, okay, if we want to introduce transport, where be the hubs? Make us see how the water be. The second, we say, I can't get some investors when we don't talk about this area where they feeds where opportunity. They say go gas there. I say I know say that they do many this thing for exploration for that site. I know at least 2 companies, one near Jockey and one for Giligili. So okay, make we enter, but make I go see myself. What did they do? Some they flare the gas. I say maybe opportunity. They make we even go see how we can work with them. Make we get the gas stick they use for manufacture and electricity. The other reason, now I go Nicaragua because say Nicaragua been give problem early in the year. Now so say and there Okobo Day, many criminals enter that place. That's what they caught 3. Some of those 3 for that because I don't did there for thousands of years. They go cut the 3, put them for water, float them to market. Then when they sell, you can imagine all the investment that they saw. We just enter the forest, cut the tree, the forest, carry the log, go. Sell the log, buy arms, come to use them and terrorize the people for the place. So when I go there 8 months ago, I look at it, I say, okay, I promise them, say, I go do something about it. So with soldier, with police, with the National Guard, we pursue all of them. We pursue them. Thank God many of them don't run. If you still there one day when would they look for, you get one member of Federal House when they protect them. But we go catch them. So I go there today just to go see the people. Make sure, say, what I promised them, I don't fulfill. And to also look for the area where we feel put jetty. Because if we do this transport service, we get to build jetty. Yes. For these places and also build police posts so that we can secure them.
Okay. Let's just walk you through some questions that are coming in. Your effort to transform Edo State from being a civil servant state to an industrial state, I believe, is yielding result. Well, let us into the expected impact of the ethanol plant, the modular refinery, and the ESO program in Edo State.
Okay. I think particularly the ethanol plants and the ESO program, what it signifies is that we're starting the process of industrialization using agricultural raw materials. So today, with the ethanol plants based on the use of cassava, you can farm as much cassava in the state because you have a market. The ethanol plant produces ethanol, alcohol for industrial uses and also for breweries, for drinks manufacturers. So you can see the relationship between agriculture and industrialization. Ditto the oil palm program. Edo is the home of oil palm. That's what we're known for. The Malaysians were here to work with researchers in NIFO 60 years ago. But if you see what Malaysia, Indonesia, and all those Costa Rica and those countries have done with oil palm, in fact, oil palm was the main catalyst for the Malaysian revolution, industrial revolution. So with what we have done now, just streamlining the process and getting people to come and invest, because the phase 1 alone will bring in more than $500 million of investments. So when they produce palm, what happens, right? They are not going to export because the demand is so much. In fact, we import crude palm oil into Nigeria today as we speak, a lot. And that's what you need for pharmaceuticals. By the time you refine and process it, for pharmaceuticals, for cosmetics, for, palm oil is the most prolific edible fat.
Okay, just before we take more questions, I'd like to react to 2 issues. Number 1, for the past 6 months, there's a talk around the judiciary that there are some high court judges that you haven't sworn, despite the recommendation by the NGC. What are you doing with the Edo State Diaspora Commission? Edo State has a huge diaspora inflow in terms of revenue? Quickly, sir.
Okay, you have two questions,
Yes.
the judiciary and the diaspora.
Yes.
I think with the judiciary, I cannot see something wrong and not point it out. The Lords, the NJC, confirmed some appointments, and by the time we saw by the time we received the appointments, there were lots of petitions that came on regarding some of the appointees. For instance, issues about somebody who was on probation. For instance,
He must come to equity.
precisely. And I'm saying, look, where there's thanks to the move to clean up the judiciary, to make everything, and you see, they give it to the judiciary. In all what's going on, the judiciary has always stood out. And I think it's important. It's not in my time that I will sit and see something that is wrong and regret.
Is any time for them to be sworn in?
No, I couldn't. So
investigation is still ongoing.
So I have had to refer back to the Nigerian Judicial Commission to review some of these, petitions we've seen, and even their wisdom, they think it's still not strong enough to correct the situation. Well, go ahead.
Okay, the Diaspora Commission.
Diaspora Commission, we're working very hard on it, and most of the things we're doing today is essentially targeted towards, getting our diaspora to invest. And I want to thank a lot of them because they're doing fantastically well. Just this Christmas alone, the city is full. Flights are full, hotels are full. Filled by who?
Tourism.
By the diaspora population. So we are working with, and to say, look, how do you set up a diaspora commission? It has to be driven by technology. And we're working we're working on the base technology and also on the data. Because what do people in the diaspora want to see? They want news about home. They want opportunities about what's going on at home. They want to be able to send money home seamlessly, without. They want to be able to buy properties. They want to be able to pay school fees for, And so it's not enough to just say, oh, we have a diaspora commission. You must have an engine that drives the relationship between home and diaspora.
Let's look at some of the questions and comments that are coming forth in the course of this interactive session. Edo is one of the first states to implement the tax credit scheme. What has been the gains of the program?
It has helped us to increase investments into infrastructure. For instance, we have two individuals, right, who, because the amount of tax they pay, right, they can use that tax, get the rebates, and use the tax to build roads, So that road, for instance, from Sapele Road to the ethanol plant is based on the tax credit of one of the investors.
Okay. We have this question. It says, I think we've looked at this question before. Could just flip up. Okay. Your Excellency, you have just rolled out the tax waiver scheme for workers earning below the minimum wage.
No, not workers.
Okay.
Entrepreneurs.
Entrepreneurs. What's the rationale behind this, and what is the expected impact?
You're asking people to increase productivity, right? Somebody who is earning less than 40,000 naira today, a cobbler, a organizer,
a pure water seller.
I mean, it's
unfair.
It's not right. That's putting that tax burden doesn't even help them, do well. It begins to lead to tax avoidance, the cost of even trying to collect, there are other ways to get taxes, if you wanted to. So we're saying let's also encourage the small businesses, people with small businesses, to strive. When they get bigger, when they're doing well, you can now say, okay. Maybe a bit more.
All right. Sir, yeah.
Well, you see, the last question when I want to ask this. When I come for audience, I know I'm not with a chair. I call the watch through my phone. When I begin to talk about politics and governor being involved, or whether I know get success or whatever. And you see, I never see where a serving governor, where the waka come out, will get some level of percentage to choose a successor. You know when governor say never get, he not get.
He's saying not get.
never-
He's saying not
We
get.
they come back to that place. I need to ask question. Mr. Governor, sir, you say you not get anointed candidate
At this time.
presently.
I
Primary
dey-
in February.
I dey look everybody.
Everybody.
Maybe you'll get later.
I dey look
I
everybody.
dey ask a question. Primary in February. That's next month because tomorrow don't finish, which is next month. And your working relationship with your party people, now it will determine you bringing out somebody or supporting anybody. But you know if you try and give them say, make una go bring somebody come for me. Because what you put for ground, and the party people, you know the interest of politicians, it might be different from the interest of some areas where you understand. And the bring person come for you, and you know they line with how to sustain what you don't put for ground, you go support.
I'm not saying my party people be like that. My party people won't win election. And they don't go, and they don't get sense. Many of them, when they go out now, they thank them, say, your party, on a party they do well, on a party they do well. Even then, and they tell me, say, Governor, we would like make the successor continue because it just make election easy. Because when you go out now, we say, this now waiting our government to do, this now waiting our government to do, election not they had again. So many of my party people, I think they aligned. Also, not forget the reason why I know if you just say, now this person I want. You see, nobody may get those states. Not only me, the government. They get many issues when you go balance. For instance, they say, okay, well, they do politics. But we go zone. Some party, our party feel say we don't go zone, or we go zone. Another party say they go zone. So we they look at how the whole political landscape day. Not be now you go just say, not this person. Oh yeah, and then you start the fight.
Okay, let's take this question from some of the feedbacks we are getting. There was a recent report on capital importation. Edo State ranked low. What do you think of this? And from your privileged viewpoint, what has been the level of foreign direct investment into Edo State?
Well, sometimes that's why I say I try not to focus on some of these numbers because you don't know where they're coming from and the basis on which they've. When I sit here and I'm seeing investments, right? I'm seeing, just take real estate for instance. See the amount of investments that have come into real estate. There's no road we open up before you know what they've sold up on the land and the place. So where is that coming from? Is it from inside or from outside?
From inside.
I mean, I'm seeing, I mean, most times now, I can't even travel with my full complement of staff because all the flights are sold out, coming in. What are these people coming to do? Are they not coming with money? So when you tell me that foreign investment is low, I say, okay, if it is low with all of these people coming in, with all of these investments in real estate, when it becomes high, I wonder what this place would look like. It would be like El Dorado.
Okay. Well, let's quickly look at this question. It says, compliments of the season, Your Excellency. What's Your Excellency doing to ensure that youths take advantage of your ESO program?
Yes. What we're doing, we're talking to the investors, to say, look, we must have a very robust outgrower program or smallholder program where from the lots, the land we've given them, we must now cut out areas and give people. So if you want to invest in 5 hectares of oil palm in Oleon, you can come, for instance, and you'll be given that allotment. And the main holder will help you, give you good seedlings, help you access to finance, and buy back from you what you have grown. And why would they do it? Because you may just be a much more efficient grower than they are. So yes, we are encouraging young people.
Is this not encouraging monoculture, which many environmentalists are saying discourages diversity and creates environmental challenges?
No, what we've done, if you don't forget that, the land we're given are lands that have been degraded, that have been deforested, and we may not be able to grow back that level of forest, but we need to have green cover. So, yes.
Yes, one last one, Your Excellency. You have done so well in giving palliatives to Edo-lites by way of free buses and all that. Are we looking forward to any form of palliative again just maybe before the elections?
Well, I think the biggest palliative is to put in place systems that will help people produce, because that's more sustainable. Okay? We're putting palliatives because of the shocks that people didn't expect. But once things stabilize, you want to do more to encourage people to produce and stand on their feet, and not just say giving them that.
All right, on the final note, Your Excellency, what's your legacies? Politics, economy, governance, and because there's some who say, oh, His Excellency, his style of politics is a bit disruptive from the APC into the PDP, and now we're going into an election here. On the final, maybe 1 minute.
In terms of politics, I think my legacy is that, look, you know what? Politics, the kind of politics that doesn't support development is bad politics. You know, it cannot be politics for the politicians alone. Politicians are in politics for the people. So any politics that just focuses on just sharing amongst the people who are in there in office is not, I mean. So I believe that my legacy will be that, you know what, the politics will begin to play going forward. There's politics involving fair distribution of resources, politics that encourage people to invest and grow wealth for the benefit of. In terms of the economy, I think the results are out there. You know, we've set the basis, the foundation for a major industrial and commercial growth of Edo State.
Oh. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki. It's been a very exciting moment here, having this conversation with you. We hope to have this privilege again to engage you as we move progress, particularly as we move towards the 2024 election. I want to say big thanks to all my colleagues here from Edo Broadcasting Service. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure being here, and it's also a rare privilege having His Excellency on the same stage with us.
Okay, and of course, Nusa Idile Obede from
Sonny Duke, thank you very much. And Mr. Governor, thank you very much. I will speak correct English for this one. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
We also want to say big thanks to Big Madam. Yeah, let me put it that way. Amenza Igebo. She's backstage now, and I think she's very satisfied with what we've done here today and the investment in me particularly. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, last word?
Thank you, Sonny. I'm really grateful to all Edo people for the support I have received these last 7 years. I'm very excited. I'm glad with what we have achieved as a state. I was at the Victor Waifo Creative Hub last night to watch Charlie Poppy. I mean, looking at those kids there last night, wow. I felt fulfilled.
Interesting.
These kids, yes, these kids are not talking about traveling anymore. They're now home expressing their creative instincts.
Thank you very much. That's where we call it a wrap on this special interactive session. Thank you, everyone, for making this a huge success. And to you watching at home, thank you for staying with us. Happy New Year in advance, and bye for now.
Compliments of the day. Today, I want to talk about Governor Godwin Obaseki. Destination that brings together a rich mix of cultural heritage, art forms, historical sites, and traditional ways of life have been designed. Recently, the Edo State government sealed a deal with Radisson Hotel, an international hotel chain headquartered in the United States, for the construction of a 172-room hotel in Benin City to support